Good morning, sixth graders. Good morning. Okay, so I'm going to be here for about 40 minutes to teach a writing by design lesson. And let's start with our objectives. Let's read them together.
Students will understand the purpose of argumentative writing.
Good.
Students will choose a topic question.
Good. And do you notice there's a new genre chart up? Right? What's the genre? Argument. Okay. And what genre did you just finish? Biographies. Okay. So we're in a new genre, and with a new genre comes a new rubric. Okay. So when you get this, go ahead and put your name on the top. And what are the components here on the left side of the rubric? What are those? They're in different colors. Those are, everyone say the 6 traits. The 6 traits. Everyone?
6 traits.
The 6 traits, okay. And who can tell me what are some of the 6 traits, or what's one of the 6 traits? Soraya?
Idea.
Idea, good. And what color is idea?
Green.
Green. So on here, what's something that comes from idea? Anyone see the green on there? Mm-hmm. What is it?
Establishes a clear claim.
Good, good. And what's another 6 trait? So we have idea. What's another one? What's that? Conventions. Good. Conventions. That's what we do at the very end to check for our spelling, punctuation, grammar. What's another one? Andrew?
Voice.
Voice. Good. To make sure that our papers have a tone or a mood to it. Another one? Kaylee? So we've got idea, conventions, voice, word choice. Okay, making our essays come alive with good choice of words. And another, let's see, what's another one up there? Sentence fluency, making sure our sentences flow and that we have different types of sentences. What's the last one? Angela? Organization. To make sure our papers are very organized. It makes sense to our reader. Okay, so let's make sure we have our expectations. Get your pencil. What do you think the expectation is for you? A 4, 3, 2, or a 1? What do you guys think? Would it be do you think you should exceed the goal, meet the goal, or accomplish the goal? Or you want to be just beginning or hasn't started? What would be a good goal for you? Everyone. I want to all hear it. Say 4. 4. Okay, so write our goal, or my goal, right above a 4. You want to get a 4, and you can even highlight it like this. So that is your goal. And we'll go through each one of these because over the next couple weeks, we'll make sure that we hit every single one of these so that you'll know what it is, what's expected, so you can get a 4, okay? So let's start with argument, okay? Our genre we're starting. When you hear argument, do you kind of think of 2 people yelling and shouting at each other? Yeah. Yes. Okay, so that is an argument, okay? But in the writing genre, when we think of argumentative writing, we're going to use our thinking, our critical thinking, and it's more of a debate. So you're going to come up with a question and really kind of argue both sides of it, okay? And argue, not in a yelling and shouting way, so that wouldn't be the tone, that wouldn't be the voice in your writing. It's a calm discussion, okay? So up until 6th grade, the genre you would see here is opinion. Do you remember opinion? Okay, so this is the first time you're seeing argument. And opinion, that started since the moment you were born. Okay, you had an opinion and you expressed it. What did you do when you came out? Wah! Right? You cried because you're expressing your opinion. Your opinion was, it's bright in here, it's cold, I'm hungry. Okay, and as soon as you got older, your opinion became a little more sophisticated. Like, Mom, Dad, I think I should get an allowance. Or, hey, I think I deserve an Xbox 360. Or, I think it's time for me to get a smartphone. Okay? And then you would give the reasons why, and that would be your opinion. Okay, opinion, if you think of a balance, you know the balances or the scales that are like this, and if you put something on one side, it's heavier. Okay? So if you think of opinion writing, it's like this. Okay? You're giving a lot of reasons of why you should have that Xbox or why you should have that iPhone. Okay? You're not really considering the other side. Okay? You're not really considering the dangers or the bad parts of it. You're just going to present your opinion, and it's more persuasive. Okay? With argument, it's not going to be so much like this, it's going to be like this. Okay? Where is it balanced? No, it's not balanced, but it's more balanced than this, right? Okay, so this is argumentative. You're still going to take a stand. You're still going to have a convincing argument. You're going to say, hey, this is what I think, but you're also going to consider this side. Okay, so let's take the smartphone. Do you have a smartphone? Raise your hand if you have a smartphone. Really? Okay. All right, so you probably had this discussion with your parents, right? And what were some of the things you said? Why should you have a smartphone? Uh-huh.
I think I'm mature enough.
I'm mature enough.
In case of like emergencies.
Good, an emergency. Like, so your parents know where you are?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can call them. Any other reasons? What was your reason?
That I could have a phone like to call like people like instead of like
Borrowing theirs?
yeah.
Good. If you have your own phone, then I don't have to borrow yours, Mom, Dad. Okay? And what might be another reason? Over here?
I don't have smart.
Okay, but what would be a reason? What do you have available to you at any time? The World Wide Web, right? You have the internet. Okay? With the internet, well, Mom, Dad, what if I come across a word I don't know? I have dictionary.com. I have thesaurus.com. I have the encyclopedia. I have all this knowledge just available to me, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, if you're going to take an argumentative stance, you would also consider their side. So what would some reasons they would say no? Mm-hmm.
What if it gets stolen?
Right? What if it gets stolen? And you could argue, well, I'm going to take really good care of it and make sure I always have it with me. Okay? Uh-huh.
You might like run up the bill.
It's expensive, right? Mom, Dad, I know it's expensive, but hey, maybe I can do some yard work or some housework, or I can earn some money by selling some things and help you save money. Okay, that I could help pay for it. What would be another? Uh-huh.
Maybe something extra to worry about for the parents.
Right. Well, the internet has some really bad garbage on it, right? And you could say, yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff on there, but hey, this is a time where I can learn responsibility and use those values that you've instilled in me, okay? And I'll use my self-control to not go to those. Mm-hmm.
Drop it.
Oh, you might drop it, right? Yes, Mom, Dad, I know I might drop it, but what would be your argument?
I just have it right in my pocket and make sure I don't accidentally slip.
Good. I'll take good care of it. This will be a good, and maybe I'll pay for it if it cracks, right? Good. Okay, so this is argument. So let's stand up. Everyone stand up. And have your scale. So you might need to scoot apart a little. Have your scale. So you're going to have to put your hands here. Okay. And show me opinion. What would opinion look like? It's way off balance. Okay, show me argument. It's not equal. It's a little bit good. Show me opinion. Argument. Opinion. Argument. Argument. Oh, almost got you guys. Good, good. Okay, go ahead and sit down. I'm going to show you something. So here's a chart to show you the difference between what? Opinion. And argument. Good. So opinion is like one-sided, okay? It's one person. An argument, you're considering two or both sides, okay? So that's what it says here. Presents one side, an opinion. It presents favorable evidence or reasons, okay? So you're gonna say all the things that are in your favor. So here's our balance that we just did. And argument, it is a little more balanced because it presents both sides, okay? Opinion, it appeals more to emotion, whereas argument, it appeals more to logic, okay? And what's the purpose of opinion writing? To persuade, to really try to, it's stronger than convince, okay? You really want them to make a decision on your side. And the purpose of argument? To investigate, evaluate, consider other views, and convince, okay? And so this is something for you to learn. If someone gives you a question, you don't really know where you are, and then you go investigate, you go learn about it, then you kind of like, oh, okay, now that I'm more informed, I think I can make an informed decision, okay? All right, so let's check your comprehension. You guys can stand up. Okay, you know sign language? A. This is A is for argument, and then O is for opinion, okay? So I'm going to ask you a question here. All right. Which one is more balanced? Argument or opinion? What do you think? A, argument is more balanced. Good. Which one is one-sided? Good. You're getting fast. Opinion. Good. Which one is to persuade? Good. Opinion. How about which one appeals to logic, to thinking? Do you remember? Good. Argument. Which one presents both sides? Argument again. Wow, you guys got this down. Which one has the purpose to evaluate? Argument again. Good. Appeals to the emotions. I really want it. Opinion. Good. Okay. And last one, which one is to present, which one presents favorable evidence? Like you just said, opinion. Good. Okay. And have a seat. And go ahead and talk with your partners. And I want you to do two things. What is argumentative writing? Okay, what are you doing? And what's the purpose? Okay, so two things. What is argumentative writing, and what's the purpose of argumentative writing? So talk with your partner. Okay, let's come together and let's get a definition down. So let's put it in your source book. Okay, turn to the beginning where it's types of writing. And what type of writing, what genre are we going to write? Everyone? What genre are we in? Are we in opinion? No, we're sixth graders, so we're into what? Argument. Argument. So let's write argument or argumentative writing. Argue, and then they drop the E, okay, so there's no E right here. Argumentative writing. You can underline it, and here's our definition. Attempts to convince readers to adopt a certain point of view. Adopt means to take, right? So attempts, that means tries to convince readers to adopt a certain point of view. And then you can just put a period there and we'll say the writer investigates a topic, investigates a topic, collects and evaluates evidence, and takes a position. Okay. So if we think about the purpose, which would be right here, it's coming from idea. The purpose of argumentative writing is what? What do you think are some ideas? Do you remember? We have it kind of right here in the definition here.
To show both sides to one thing and to try to convince the reader to adopt one of them.
Excellent, perfect. Okay, so to convince one side, right? You want to try to convince one side. Good. So under idea, where you have purpose, do you have purpose already in idea? We can put purpose in there. The purpose is the reason a writer writes. The reason a writer writes. All right, so purpose is the reason a writer writes. And what are some examples of purposes? How many of you keep a diary or a journal? Yeah? Why do you do that? What's your purpose for writing? Uh-huh.
To express and write down all your emotions.
Good, to express emotions. Yeah, any other reasons why you keep a diary? Stephanie?
To have memories.
To have memories. I'll put to record memories. Okay, and now when we think about argumentative writing, what's our purpose for that? Let's do a quick pair share again. What's the purpose of argumentative writing? Come up with at least 2 reasons. Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Giovanni or Caitlin, would you like to share? What?
The purpose of argumentative writing is to persuade the person to have the same opinion as you, to get what you want.
Okay, good. Do we want to use persuade or convince? Okay, we'll say convince because persuade is stronger and we'll use that for opinion writing. Okay, so to convince, okay. What else? Let's say you don't know the answer. You don't even know what side to take. Like maybe I ask you about the Syrian refugees right now. Should the neighboring European countries accept those Syrian refugees? Do you know? Do you have an opinion? Maybe not. So a purpose is to learn something, right? So you could say to learn. Another reason is to collect evidence, to evaluate. Let's put that one on there. Okay. All right. We are going to pick a question now. And here are some questions that you can choose to write your argumentative essay on, or you can choose another topic, okay? So can I have someone read the first 3 here? Okay, and I'm going to put my pen over this one because that is going to be my topic. Okay, but the others you can choose from, or you can choose something of your own. Maybe you have an opinion about what's going on with the presidential race, about a certain candidate. If you have a question you've been wondering about and you'd like to learn more about. So go ahead and think of your question. Okay, as soon as you know your question, you can write it on this paper. Go ahead and put your name on this paper too. Raise your hand if you have a question. Okay, don't worry if you're still thinking about it, that's okay. Can I hear some of your questions that you have? Yeah, Chris?
Should schools have vending machines with soda?
Should schools have vending machines with soda? Okay. Do you know what side you're gonna take? Yeah, okay. Yes, Rachel.
I chose, are zoos cruel to animals or beneficial for them?
Okay, the zoo question, okay.
Are zoos cruel to animals or beneficial for them?
Okay, and yours?
I had the same thing as her.
Same, oh, a lot of good zoo. Okay, and Soraya?
Mine was same as Chris.
Okay,
I had, are video games good or bad for you?
okay.
Should schools have more electives?
Okay, okay. So now that you have your question, let me show you what you're going to do next. You're going to talk about what you know about this topic, okay? So my question is, should pets be allowed in the classroom? I don't know too much about this topic. I know many classrooms have pets, but I've never wondered if this is a good or a bad idea. Okay, so that's what I would write right here. So you're just going to put your thoughts about what you know on the topic, okay? Then, possible opposing views about this topic. What would both sides think? One side might argue that pets should live in their own natural environment. Another side might argue pets are good for students, okay? And questions I have, and this is going to lead your research because you're going to have some time to do some research. I'd like to know more about both sides. Why have pets in the classroom? Why not? Does it harm the animal? Or is there really a benefit to students? Okay, so go ahead and complete this. But post it on your paper so that you can remain anonymous. Anonymous means we won't know your name. Okay. So we'll look at a few of these under the dots cam. Okay, well it looks like you're well on your way to starting research tomorrow. Let's revisit our objectives, make sure we're good. The purpose of argumentative writing. 3, yes, I know it. 2, kind of. 1, I have no clue. Awesome, all 3s. Can someone tell me what's the purpose of argumentative writing? Giovanni, awesome.
Attempt to convince readers to adopt a certain point of view.
To adopt a certain point of view. Excellent. And I like how you use your resources, your source book, okay? Good, and the next one, did everyone choose a topic question? Yes, good, 3, got it, good, okay. Thank you so much, you guys were a fabulous class.